right, welcome to my first episode of All Things Hard and Heavy. Want to get into that well-known genre of 70s hard rock and psych. I have a few of these records to get this series going, but really I hope to upload more updates on, like an update series on this as my collection grows. So I'm really kind of a newbie when it comes to the 70s psych. Been really into listening to this lately. It's been my soundtrack to and from work, in my car, and then also on my turntable. So I think it was like Josephus or St. Anthony's Fire that first got me into the genre, watching vinyl community videos back just a couple, no more than 2 or 3 years ago. So I've added a few, like I said, and hope to share some that maybe you haven't seen, but a lot of these are probably going to be ones that you have seen. What interests me the most is really like the heavy psych stuff, the proto metal, not Frodo metal. But what I look for is kind of like the dirty stuff, the stuff where they didn't have that great of recording equipment in the studio, the bluesy, the acid rock, the soaring guitar solos that don't end, and those kind of things. That's what I'm really looking for. That's what interests me the most. So the heavier, the doomier, the better. So I've got a few records to get us started. And hopefully you'll come back and check out the series. If you have a band that I haven't heard of or one of your favorites, please put them in the comments below. Let's get started. First up is JPT Scarab band, US band out of Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. These guys were nuts. I guess they had this old house that they would record in, and everybody would just hang out and party. But when this band got together, this three-piece band got together, they played this music that was just so crazy it scared everybody, and a lot of people left the house. So they recorded some of this stuff between 74, 5, and 6, but never released it on vinyl or anything. So in 1994 they were discovered or rediscovered or whatever it was, and it was put out on vinyl. So this record is actually an original 94. You can pick these up at Rocketdrome. I actually ended up picking this up off of Discogs before I knew Rocketdrome had them. But you can find the original records. They just don't have the covers. The originals had like a silkscreen kind of cover on it that would fall apart, or they were just gone. But JPT Scarab band, this album is called Acid Acetate Excursion, and that is an exact description of the music. I mean, these guys just jam. Yeah, so they have about 7 albums in total, and the band is still together today. Next, I want to take a look at Sir Lord Baltimore. I might as well be holding up Led Zeppelin 1, right? A lot of collectors and record collectors and music fans are aware of Sir Lord Baltimore, but they used to be really obscure. Not a lot of people had heard of it, and I hadn't heard of him either. But I was able to land this original for a decent price because the cover's just, it's not in mint condition, and the record's in very good condition. Love this cover. You check out this cover. I mean, you got the pirate ship made out of bones there, and the music is there to back it up. But Sir Lord Baltimore is from New York, US band. Basically, John Garner answered an ad in a newspaper to join the band and start the band. John Garner just passed away last year, unfortunately, and they basically went from the recording studio straight to Carnegie Hall. The guitar player was so nervous playing solos there that his knees were shaking so bad he had to deliver some of the solos actually on his knees. I thought that fact was pretty cool. I read about Sir Lord Baltimore online, and then also picked up Martin Popoff's book, Ye Old Metal. So this is just a really great read. It's signed by Martin Popoff. I picked this up at Rocketdrome, and you could also go to Martin Popoff's website to check out some more of his materials. But this is just a great book, able to dig in, and they end up covering every track on this album, Kingdom Come, track by track, and there's great interviews in there from John Garner.
I fell prey unto the wind.
Check this book out if you get a chance. I know I found it really good reading, and that's where I'm able to share some of this information with you. Next up is Heavy Blanket. These guys are a newer band. This album came out in 2012, so if you're scratching your head thinking, who's Heavy Blanket? That's because these guys are really the torchbearers, today's torchbearers of this kind of genre. So this is all instrumentals, but I mean, they just get down and dirty and jammed. So it's a really good album if you want to check it out. Okay, this last one I want to show you is a CD. This band is called Suck. I really didn't have that high of expectations when I went to put the CD in the CD player. But no, this is their first and only album, Time to Suck. This band's from South Africa, but also has a British and Italian band member. This is on the Parlophone. Really good music. Like a lot of these albums, when I go back and listen to them, they usually have one or two or maybe three really killer tracks on an album, but not very often is the whole album killer all the way through, in my opinion. But this album is an exception to that rule. This is just really good, shredding, great hard rock, and they also cover Black Sabbath War Pigs, the last track on the album. The drumming is fantastic on this. I mean, the drumming is insane. If you're a drummer, you want to check that. Definitely want to check that out. Don't miss out on that. It's also featured in classic rock magazines, The Lost Pioneers of Metal. So that's where I found them, as well as the JPT Scarab band. So hats off to Classic Rock magazine for that. So if you're into heavy psych and the 70s sound, hard rock sound, check out these bands. If you have a band that I'm not aware of, please leave a comment below. I'm probably the last person to get on board with this genre, so please check out some of the other channels that have already covered this ground. I hope to cover some new bands that even the hardcore collectors haven't heard of yet, so that would be exciting if I can discover something and share that. Go check out Greeno, had a video. Greeno's journey through 70s hard rock, I believe. The link will be put down below. Check out Hogs Ear Report. He's got some great videos, including a lot of psych and a lot of heavy psych too. Garner's channel, I think he showed over almost 100 heavy psych albums in a series that he's been doing recently. Check out John's channel, Metal Theologian Aaron. He's been known to show some killer heavy psych stuff from time to time, for example, like Toad, which I hope to show in a future video. There's just so many good channels out there. I hope I didn't miss any. Deadwax66, go check out his channel, always showing really good hard rock and psych. I'll have all these links below to feed that interest of yours if you share the same interest as me. So, hey, I recently hit 1,000 subscribers, so I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate that, and hope to continue making videos that interest the collective group out there, and I'm going to keep watching your videos. So keep making videos, keep spinning those records, keep listening to music. See you guys.